Perhaps it is possible to understand how our lives, our hopes and fears can be put into their proper perspective when we read what Queen Victoria said on that occasion, over 130 years ago. Say to them that I have watched anxiously over the difficulties and hardships which they have so nobly borne, that I have mourned with deep sorrow for the brave men who have fallen for their country, and that I have felt proud of the valor which, with their gallant allies, they have displayed in every field. Do those words not sum up what each and every one of us felt when the American-led coalition brought the Gulf War to such a dramatic and decisive end? When, in Shakespeare's words, without stratagem, but in the plain shock and even play of battle, was ever known so great and little loss on one part and on the other. Like my great-great-great-grandmother, our hearts go out to the families and loved ones of those for whom fate decreed that they should pay the ultimate sacrifice. Most of us, I suspect, felt no particular desire to dance in the streets or to gloat unnecessarily over such a victory. In many ways, our sympathies lay with the poor, abused Iraqi conscripts whose tragic fate lay in the hands of one unmentionable dictator. That a single human being should unleash such havoc is hard to imagine. Yet, it has happened countless times in the past, and I suggest we should always be on our guard against it happening again. What, then, are we celebrating today? I will tell you what I think we are celebrating. Above all, we are giving thanks for the unbounded, selfless sense of duty displayed on all occasions by our armed forces. They did the job they were trained to do with consummate professionalism and without undue fuss. They did not revel in victory, nor did they wish to humiliate a beaten enemy. But at the same time, they were proud of the fact that despite training for decades to confront an entirely different threat in an entirely different climate and terrain, they were able to respond with speed and flexibility to the unexpected situation in the Gulf. Professionalism is the key to this ability, and it doesn't come cheap. The Royal Air Force showed of what metal its pilots are made, and God knows it's hazardous enough flying a fast jet without people spitting curtains of lead at you. Our army was as well trained as anybody else on the battlefield, and perhaps even better. This was exemplified by our ability to fight at night. The 1st Armored Division, for instance, fought through the first 2 nights of the land battle, and this must surely have been a major factor in being able to defeat the Iraqi army so quickly. The men of the Royal Navy sat for day after monotonous day, patrolling the waters of the Gulf, always at their posts, regardless of the conditions in which they were operating, always somehow retaining their irrepressible and self-deprecating sense of humor. I know because I spent a night at sea in one of Her Majesty's frigates in the Gulf just before Christmas. All the British personnel in the Gulf were acting as our ambassadors, and in this role they excelled. For me, one of the most notable features was the relaxed and friendly cooperation between the Allied forces and the unstinting support given by the Americans to many of the British units. Ladies and gentlemen, occasions such as this present us with an opportunity to say all the things which we may feel in our heart of hearts, but being British, we very rarely reveal.